the Girl Sis Man podcast.
For the girls we were.
For the sisters we became. And the women we're becoming.
Hello.
Welcome to season 3, y'all.
Yes, even though we didn't really wrap up season 2.
It's okay. It's okay. You kind of got it. It was a break. Like, you know when you take a winter break for school and you come back, it's a whole new semester. It's season 3.
It's just, we just gotta pack it up and start anew.
And that's literally what we had to do during our break.
Yes.
Y'all, Lola and I have both moved.
That's why you see this wonderful, well, you can't see a lot.
And that's okay. That's purposeful as well. We're not ready yet for show and tell.
But we're in our own spots.
Yes.
We're grown adulting ladies.
Come on now.
We do go to our parents' house to get cooked food, but we're grown.
I mean, listen, as we should. Have you seen the economy? Have you seen the price of eggs?
Girl, $8. Dólares. US dollars.
Okay, but how many eggs are you getting for $8?
First of all, I'm not going anywhere but the BJ's to get.
Listen.
What we're getting is 24 eggs for like $8-9 because I can't do this.
My God. To the point in which I'm like, the chickens must be on strike.
They must be.
Like, and I'm
roosters.
Listen, look, I'm willing to sit down and negotiate.
Yeah. Like,
I want what they want.
Like little mama.
Do you want Do you want you to be grass fed? Do you want cleaner, better food? Do you want better treatment?
I don't get it.
You know what? I think that post pandemic, like, I foresaw there being a recession. I think many of us did. I didn't think it was gonna be as on set as it was. Like, a lot of people are like, we're going towards a recession. I'm like, no. We're in the recession.
It's happening.
When eggs are costing you about $10, we're in the recession.
And I'm like, everyone's like, because of the Ukraine-Russian thing. I'm like, what does the Russians got to do with the eggs?
Listen, my thing is, that's my thing. I'm like, it's not related to everything. I think there are some things for sure that, like, are being impacted. But I'm like, the eggs?
The eggs, come on now.
The eggs, not
Mr. Biden, figure something out. I know that the president really doesn't have anything to do with any of the inflation, but, like, do something, Joe. Do something.
Listen, but you know what, though? I take peace in knowing that it's not just us. It's very much the whole world. Yeah. Like, I have friends everywhere that are like, no, we're all in poverty right now. Literally, it's an international poverty, okay? We're all struggling. But you know what? We're gonna get through it. The market's gonna crash and we're gonna reset. That's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, I'm scared because when the market crashes, somebody always suffers. I don't want to see people suffer. Because, like, 2008, people lost their home. Like, people were,
we're well on our way. Like, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Literally, we're starting off the season with just all the bad news.
Don't go outside. Don't take treacherous roads.
Stay away from the waters. Like, listen, for real though. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. The market's gonna crash. People are gonna lose their homes. I say this also because it's only the first month of the year. It's still January, y'all.
Yeah. First of all, I'm still recuperating from December, so please be kind to me.
Listen, it's still January, and we've, like, between Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, over 100,000 people have been laid off.
Yo, did you see what Google did to those people?
Monstrous. No, Google,
You're
that was
to hell.
Yo, that was crazy.
I could not imagine my boss texting me saying, hey, check if you can log into your email, and then you're blocked from everything. And
some people didn't even find out that way. They went onto the campus and tried to swipe their badges, and they were like, if your badge does not work, you've been laid off. And it's like
no severance packages?
There's severance packages. But, like, I will say that. So Google here's what I will say. It was very inhumane. Period, point blank. I don't care what the severance package was. Those people deserved a conversation so that they could have prepared themselves for what was coming. We're in a terrible economy. So to do that to anyone is quite literally, it's brutal. And quite frankly, like, I think and I'm not, like, speak for yourself, I guess, but me, as someone who's coming out of college or getting ready to work in corporate America, I'd be taking notes. I would not be working for a conglomerate like Google.
Oh, no.
I would not. If that's how you're going to be treating people who have been working for you for 15 to 20 years. Like, so this one lady was talking about she was suicidal because she's been working at Google for nearly 20 years. She's like, I've been bleeding Google, crying Google. Like, she was like, and it was like random. People didn't get justification, nothing, not a bumpkiss. It was just you wake up, your badge wasn't working, your email wasn't working, bam, you're laid off. But they did give a severance package of 16 weeks for everyone. in addition to 2 weeks additional for every year you've worked. So for her, who's worked 20 years, it would be 16 weeks plus 20 times 2, which is 40 weeks of pay. So that's like that's over a year. So you have a year's salary that's going to be paid out to you. Thank God, but still, very just it was hideous. It was devastating.
But I also think it should teach us, like, we don't owe anybody shit. What you mean 2 weeks notice? If this is how we operating,
right?
But like, even like, I remember there were people when I was working in retail. They would just push you out. They would just not put you on the schedule. So,
oh, absolutely.
And then you'd be like, hey, I haven't gotten any hours. And they're like, oh, I guess there's no any hours. And then you're like, but like, this is like my job. I'm like, they're all used up. I guess you gots to go. Like, there have been people who have been laid off in very disrespectful manners.
Absolutely.
And you know what? That's why people are doing quiet quitting. They're just not doing certain things we ask them to do. And I'm not saying I've been quiet quitting, but I can tell you in my group chat, people are like, I've been working till 10 at night. I'm like, it couldn't be me. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm supposed to leave at 5 o'clock. 4:57, I'm putting on my coat.
As you should.
No, literally, I remember one time I got up, my coworker was like, it's 5 o'clock yet? I'm like, no, it's 4:58. It's gonna take me 2 minutes to walk out of here. The hallway is long and it is treacherous.
It's treacherous.
I need the whole 120s. Okay, I need all the 2 minutes, okay?
Listen, you know what? I have been quiet quitting. I have no shame in saying this. I think, like, when I first started working for the company that I work for, I was busting my balls. I was leaving there 7 p.m.
And she was busting.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was busting my cojones, okay? And I was there till 7 every night. And I remember when it came time for my yearly review, I'm thinking, ain't no way I'm getting, like, it's a scale of 1 to 5. So 3 is average. Anything below a 3, you need to be like, you know, you're not getting a bonus, and they're gonna be like, hey, you need to switch shit up or you're getting fired.
Tighten up.
Yeah, but I remember she gave me a 3. My boss gave me a 3. And I remember asking her, I'm sorry, have I displeased you in some way? Does my staying at till 7 p.m. not satisfy your needs?
Would you want 7:30?
Mind you, I was like breaking records there. I was like the youngest person to ever do it. I was like, you know, all the accolades and shit they give you. And she was like, no, it's just really hard to get a 4. And if you want a 4, you're going to have to take on more responsibilities, more projects, you know, do team lead activities.
Yeah.
And I said, let me get this right. I'm exceeding the job expectation. I'm not getting paid more. I'm being ranked as an average, but you want me to do more.
It's like you want me to do another job.
You want me to do more than my job.
Like, it sounds like you want me to be 2 jobs.
2 jobs, basically, for the price of 1.
I said
in order to get a 4. And then it clicked like, oh, I'm gonna do exactly what you paid me to fucking do.
Oh, I had to learn that by my last job.
Yeah?
I could not, listen, I had to learn at my previous job to not do more than what is asked in your job
description.
Don't listen to your boss. The bullet points are very clear. It's in Romans Times New Roman. Or it's
Times New Roman, size 12.
Very clear, and then the things that are specific are in italics. And if it's not in there, don't worry about it. So I remember the first year I started working there was 2019. So 2020, the panini happened. You know, we were real pressed. And so I kind of jumped on this project, and it became my responsibility. We were delivering to like 1,000 people, 1,000 seniors, free fresh fruits and vegetables with toilet paper. In a pandemic, we could not get toilet paper for ourselves, and we were getting toilet paper for the elderly. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, I've been here 2 years. I did this. I'm showing them.
You're leading the project.
I go in there and I ask for a raise. I'm like, so-and-so, I feel like I have shown my value. I've shown my enthusiasm. I'm doing the job with gusto. And I'm doing some more. Do you think, I think we should sit down and like talk about a raise?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. Like, what are you thinking? I'm like, this is where I'm at. I was at maybe mid-40s. I was just asking to get up to $50,000. That's what I was asking for.
Which is nickels. Like, I'm just gonna straight up hit that. Those were nickels.
Even if they gave it to me, I wouldn't see a difference because of the taxes, okay? I just wanted to be on paper in the $50,000.
Yeah.
Okay, not 52, not 53. I said $50,000. He goes, yeah. I'm gonna talk to finance. We're gonna figure it out. That man ghosted me for 2 weeks. And I had to go up and pull up again. And I said, hey, what about about that? Oh, you should talk to finance about that. For finance to tell me we ain't got the money. And I'm like, I see what we're doing here. I understand.
She's like, aquí.
And it's the main thought thing. And so I kept doing my job as well as I was, but I did not jump on any more, coalitions, no more of these projects. Don't invite me to no more Zoom meetings to talk to people, to be talking about things that got nothing to do with my job. And so I left. I left in August. I didn't get a going away party.
Nothing.
I didn't get a card.
Nada.
My coworkers gave me a card on their own, and they gave me like little donuts, but my boss didn't do shit. Didn't do shit.
I think it's very telling.
And then I left that day, and he was like, oh, today's your last day. Like, I'm telling you. I think they thought I was lying that I was leaving. And then a few weeks later, I get a text from my boss, like, I hope things are going well. Like an ex trying to sneak into your DMs, trying to rope you back in.
They're going great, babes.
I was like, I love this job. It's going great. He's like, oh, that's great. He's like, things are a little rough out here, He's like, what's your address? Because, I'm going to send you something in the mail because I felt bad. So I gave him my address. First of all, they had my address. They
on file.
Because they sent me my W-2 form. So you had it. You had it. Never sent me anything. And I said, okay, know your worth and know how people value you. Please stop giving people all this extra courtesy.
Don't. I'm like, listen, I see newcomers, like I see new kids who are like hired and stuff now. And I feel like it's so crazy because I used to be the one that was like, yes, enthusiasm, motivation, hard work will get you whatever. I was like,
hard work will get you diddly shit in this recession.
It'll get you anything but respect. I'll tell you that much. And like, no, honestly, very much the same. I asked for a raise after my first year in spite of her review. And I literally said to her, I said, I can't afford to work here. I was like, I live with my parents. I was like, I cannot afford to move out on this salary.
Don't disrespect me.
And she was like, that is so tough. Like, I get it. Like, the economy is so tough right now.
But do you get it?
And she was like, but there's just no space in the budget for this.
There's always
Guys,
space. There's always space.
Like, I'm in HR. Like, I see everything. I have clearance to see just about I know how much everybody's making all of it. And mind you, I'm doing the same job, if not more, than some of my coworkers, and they're making like $30,000 more than me. So I'm like, there's not only space, there's massive space.
Yeah.
So I go, okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Another year goes by, and instead of me asking her, I literally go, let me be clear. I have another offer on the table. They are offering me X. If X is not made present to me, I will be leaving. She found the money. Can you believe it?
So funny.
She found the money.
It's real convenient.
And that's my thing. You know what I've
learned?
learned? That's what I'm saying. I think that when you go in, I think especially myself, especially as like women of color too, like we hate the stereotype of we're mean, we're aggressive, we're all these things. But I've learned that if you demand it, you get it. I'm like you demand respect, you demand your pay. No,
I would say demand it, but you see, Esther said, or I'm leaving. When you give ultimatums,
be about it.
You can't stay there no more. Listen, don't be like, sometimes you can make certain things up, but just know, if you tell this person, if you don't give me X, I'm leaving, and they go, okay, you best leave. You got to go.
To be also clear,
you got
to be clear, no one made me an offer. I made that shit up out the blue. Like I didn't interview for shit. I hadn't interviewed for shit in years. And I just said, hey, this bill is coming up. I need more than this. And I was like, here it is. Yeah. But you know what also too, I had been saying for so long that I hate this job and I wanted to quit this job that I was prepared to walk away as well. And we were in a project, we were in the middle of a project and I was running point. And I was like, I knew that one of my other coworkers was getting ready to leave and she was also running point, so they couldn't afford to lose both of us at the same time. So I was really striking while the iron was hot. But
don't test me, I'm gonna shake the table.
Listen, but I was like, I'm already living at home. Like, listen, at the end of
they can't kick me out.
They can't kick me out.
You can't evict me. Actually, they could, but they would never.
My parents would not evict me. And so I was like, worst comes to worst, I'm going to be just as broke and in the same situation.
Listen.
Just not going to work and being disrespected on the day-to-day. So I was like, so tell me what's really good.
What's up?
Like, we'll just go. I'll just go. And get in that same weekend, I didn't give her 48 hours. Sis had the money to the letter. Which goes to show you, you know your worth. declare it, y'all. But I mean, we are in the midst of a recession.
So, you know, be respectful.
Again, while the iron is hot. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Be strategic. Like, it's one of those things, like, I feel bad because we're like, be bold. Don't be afraid of risk. But also, don't be so bold. Be smart about this. Like, no, but it is one of those things where you have to operate thinking for yourself and looking out for yourself.
Absolutely.
Nobody's gonna do it. Not HR.
Not the boss who likes you, not the coworkers who love you. Everybody has great things to say about you, but nobody cares that you can't pay your bills and that you're eating 1 egg a month. I'm like, this don't make sense.
And eggs are $8 a carton now. Right. But I remember after I had asked for my raise, and I got ghosted. And I'm telling you, very unprofessional. Is it unprofessional? Unprofessional nonsense. Not even a month later, they're talking about, yeah, we had to give so-and-so a raise. And I said, okay. Yeah. And I remember when I left, my boss was like, I knew when she got her master's, she wouldn't be here for long. And I'm like,
that wasn't it at all.
Like, sir, don't disrespect me.
But you know what?
You knew what you were doing.
In further updates, not only did they give me the raise, I still put in my 2 weeks a few weeks ago, y'all. I was like, you know what it is? I was just like, you know what? It's time. And like you said, I think that you just know your value.
Yeah.
And like this year in particular, like, y'all need to be selfish because y'all see that the companies are being selfish. They don't give a damn how long you've worked there. They don't give a damn what you are giving and not giving. When it comes to the bottom line, that is their priority. People act like we talk very boldly. A lot of people are like, you're so brave. And I'm like, it's not bravery. I think it's knowing that if it's not a relationship that works anymore.
I would say it is brave knowing, like, I know where I am financially. If I lost my job, I would not be singing the same tune. I'd be here distraught. I'd be like, Esther, actually, if you want to let them know that I'm looking, but I'm not gonna work because, you know.
Fair. I think, though, I've been preparing for this. Like, I've always known I was getting ready to quit, and I've always known that I wanted to pursue something else.
So you prepared for it.
So I prepared for it. That's also another thing. I mean, don't just be following me off the cliff because I certainly didn't jump without the parachute on, right?
She's very much prepared.
But it's funny because I quit, I put in my resignation, and then they offered me more. And I said, it's just so funny. So
not funny, haha.
Funny weird. Because I'm like, y'all didn't have the money.
Y'all were real.
I asked for less than this.
Y'all were real stingy.
Right.
And like how about Dominicans say y'all were real taki baby tacaño. Because where was his money before?
Right. And so I'm like, but if y'all had respected me and given me the money beforehand, maybe I wouldn't have quit so soon.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I wasn't happy there. And I've always felt like a cog in a wheel. I don't think it's a company per se. I just think corporate America and me, like, just to see how it runs. Again, look how Google is doing people. Microsoft, Tesla. Like, I mean, everybody and their mama is getting laid off. So clearly they're not concerned about my well-being. So I'm just like, I'm not concerned about your well-being, respectfully. So that's the thing. I think 2023 has to be a year of intention. I think it has to be a year of reflection. Y'all need to be asking yourselves, is this where I want to be? What does my next 5 years look like? Because y'all, I don't know what it is, but a flip turned on when 27 went by. And I was like, oh,
I'm a big girl.
I'm grown.
I'm an adult.
Come on now. Yeah. I mean, they can jail me, for real. I hope they don't. But I'm like, I think we have to be very decisive in what we want our next few years to look like, because we're laying the groundwork for, hopefully, God willing, the rest of our lives.
I'm telling these women, I'm like, you know, I gotta start thinking about what I want for a family. And that's just like, family? We're spring chickens. We're teen moms. I'm like, girl, what you talking about?
Listen.
You're 27, I'm 28. This is the time.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what it is? But you've been 27 longer than me. Now you're 28. But you were 27 longer than me.
I'm not 27 longer. I was just 27 before you. That's
okay. She's 27 8 months before me.
Yes.
So she had 8 months to be like, oh my God! And then I turned, I was still in 26. I was still in the mid-20s. You understand?
Gotcha.
So I was still like, la-di-da-di-da.
And I'm like, it's coming for y'all.
And then 27 flipped. And it's like consciousness hit me like, holy crap, like we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so earnestly, like you need to be asking yourself what you should be doing right now to lay the foundation, God willing, for the next 5 years, the next decade, etc.
For me, it's financial
freedom.
It's me paying off these credit cards. Y'all, I have a sickness. Not
It's just like sick.
I'm literally ill, and not even just myself, but plenty of people. For those who don't know, I'm a social worker, and I get calls, and I got a call not too long ago from a family making $250,000 $250,000. $250,000, living paycheck to paycheck. I'm telling
you, living above your means.
But it's not you. Yes and no, but like shit be happening.
Absolutely.
Like they are just making the money, but they were without jobs for a bit, and so bills they rack up. They don't wait
that
for
interest.
They don't go. Oh, you're having a hard time. Let's put them on pause. Let's freeze them like these student loans, and once you're ready, we can start all over. Like literally, people are struggling. And so, yes, there are times where it's like you doing things, and I know for a big fact there were certain things I didn't have to do. I didn't have to be in Sephora. I didn't have to be in Ulta. I didn't have to do a lot of things, and I did it, and I am accountable, okay? I am holding myself accountable. But there's shit that happens to people, and then I'm like, okay, now, if I think in 5 years, when I'm 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, when I'm 33 years old, in my Jesus year, I don't want to be in the same predicament. Where I'm like, if I get fired tomorrow, I just don't want to live like that. So this year, for 2023, I'm like, I gotta buckle down. Last year I went traveling. I would like to do traveling, but it's like not up in my priority.
It's giving domestic this year. It's
actually giving very much stay on your street.
It's giving domestic. It's giving my domestic place. It's giving
like,
it's giving the couch, it's giving the library, it's giving my room.
It's learning I'm gonna learn to cook. It's giving a lot of indoors.
It's giving I have food at home.
It's
giving the movies are at home.
Oh, for sure. It's giving a lot of restraint, and so.
I think it's giving a lot of discipline, and I think that's like, because a lot of people are thinking restraint, and I say discipline because everyone thinks when you're restraining, it's very hard to do. It's but you're exercising discipline. Yeah. Like you're absolutely right. Your finances right now, like you should have at this point, and it's easy to say, but in reality, like it's hard to do. But like in reality, if you do not have a rainy day account, it's concerning.
What is a rainy day?
Well, a rainy day.
No, I know what it is. I'm just saying at this point in my life, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, if it starts raining, I'm like, well, it is what it is. It is.
But you know what? Some people can't afford that. Like, you know, a lot of people our age have kids and stuff now. Y'all can't afford.
That's what scares me.
That is scary.
I am struggling like this on my own. I cannot imagine having a mouth to feed and being like, actually, what we're gonna do is have some crackers and ketchup and it's a call it a pizza. Like that's not what I want for my life.
Absolutely. Like, and my thing is, we have to be financially prepared for those things. Like, if you need the help of a financial advisor, look no further.
Because I'm in the same. Listen. I'll drive right into the same. And you. I'm like, don't listen. It's the blind leading the blind. I'm watching some Dave Ramsey though, and like I'm watching a lot of videos. And I will say this: watching Dave Ramsey, I don't care about his politics, but hearing people's lives, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a total degenerate. And it's not to say like, oh yeah, this person's doing worse than me. It's nice to know like, oh, this is something that's very common.
It is.
And we hold this, like, that shit, like, would keep me up. I would not look at my bank account. Like, listen, I would get paid on a Thursday. I said, I'm not going to look at this to make myself depressed, because I know the money's there. And I just said, I'm not going to look at it until I have to look and know exactly how much I have to move. That is how much fear I had in my heart when it comes to money. So, for me this year, it is about intention, but it's also about, like, really evolving myself. Like, I have not been my best self. There's years when I'm like, wow, I was on my P's and Q's.
Yep.
I wasn't last year, and it's not a bad thing. It just wasn't my year in the sense of like me feeling the best. If I describe 2022, you'd be like, wow, that was a great year for you. I graduated with my master's. I got a puppy.
Yeah. Got a new job.
You
moved out.
I moved out. I went on vacation twice. It seems On paper, I was living the dream. I was living up the dream, but I was emotionally distraught. I was unwell. I was racking up debt. I was having horrible conversations with God and crying. And like this year, I just want to be myself, but better. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm like, if this is Pokemon,
this is the evolving period.
Exactly. One day I want to be Charizard. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to be the very best.
I want to be the very best. Da, da, da.
No one's ever was. No, I don't even know the lyrics, but they're bad. But the point being is, this year I'm like, it is being better, and for me, that's financially being better and being healthy. Real life, y'all. I'm 28 years old.
Come on, somebody.
If I don't do it now, I'm
not gonna do it. Dude, you know what? Shout out to my trainer, LB.
Y'all should look great.
Y'all
can't tell, but because the shirt's a little baggy, but body.
Listen,
legs and hips and body.
Listen, you know what it is? I came to the same conclusion. I'm telling you, 27. I don't. Babe, Lola was so on it, y'all. Like, she was talking all this talk last year. And I was like, oh, this girl's so depressing. I'm about to just mute her.
I'm like, y'all just gotta
mute her. She's like, we need to be doing this. And I was like, hush, we're going on vacation now.
And you're like, just drink what you want.
And Lola's a good sport because she's like, I'll go. Like, with all the turmoil in her heart.
I remember one day we had worked out, you and I, last year. And I don't know what possessed you. You're like, oh, Domino's has like a buy one, get one pizza free.
Yeah.
And I was like, Esther, don't do that. And Esther goes, I'm not going to eat it. And the way I looked at her with like so much...
I literally started, it didn't even last 4 seconds. I was like, I'm not going to eat it. Devolved into laughter. And I was like, yes, I am. I'm going to devour the whole pie.
And I said,
and I sure did.
Yeah. But yes, I definitely want to invest in my health. I'm like, I've been drinking spearmint tea because apparently it helps with PCOS. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a gym. I signed up for Orange Theory.
How are you liking it?
I feel like for $120, I need to love it. Do I like it? Yes. I need to love things. I feel like if I don't love it, it can't be in my life.
You know,
I gotta have a burning desire. And also for $120, I don't even have access to a gym. I just have access to classes. So it's not even like, oh, I'm like gonna go to the gym and like hit the treadmill or something like that. It's like a class. Okay. And I'm like, that's cute or whatnot, but
it's not working. It's not long term.
It's not you, it's me, Orange Theory. And like, I canceled, and so I still have to pay for February. But come March, I'll be at my job for 6 months, and they pay for my membership. Ooh. I think we go up to $30. So I'm gonna find a little place, and I'm gonna slim down. I'm telling you, when I dedicate myself to stuff, when I was in the pandemic, y'all, I would wake up at 6 in the morning.
Workout.
I would walk 3 miles because I would know how many. I would circle around my house like 8 times because I knew it was 3 miles. Just did that. Go to work, and for my lunch, do 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
When I tell you my stomach was on flat, I was at you know.
She was living.
I was living my
that pandemic life outside of the hideousness of what was actually going on outside. It was.
I never did as much on YouTube than I did on in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And that's another thing. I'm like, I really gotta do my YouTube channel. Like, give it a good...
But you know what? That's what I'm saying. I think that 2023 is the year of intention. It's getting your health right. It's getting your money right. It's getting your mind right.
See a therapist. Talk to Jesus.
Yes, seriously. Talk to Allah, talk to Ahmed Bar, whoever you need.
Who's Ahmed Bar?
I have no idea.
I'm like, is that the God? Like,
no. I'm talking to Yahweh. I'm talking, you know who I'm talking to.
Jehovah, you know.
Gyra and Nisi. Come on, somebody. But I'm like, no, but for real, get it right, y'all. Like, this is 27. I think that this is the year where we are doing discipline, because it's more than like, I used to be of the mindset where I'm like, I have to love it. But like, what I'm telling myself is, no, you actually don't. You just have to do it. Yeah. And that comes to feeding myself. That comes to eating vegetables, which listen, the other day, like, ask Margaret and Lola. I had salmon and potatoes.
Yes.
Okay? Like, I was not happy. It was quite bland. I was not in love with it. But I was like,
you did it.
I did. I'm like, I've been going to the gym. I've been paying that man a hefty sum, to the point in which at this point I'm paying him salary.
I'm maintaining his lifestyle.
I'm maintaining his lifestyle. What's up, LB? I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, but you know what? It's for the better. It's for my life. Because I'm like, I want to start laying down a pattern a set of behaviors that I will not stray from. Yeah. And I will not be straying. That is the goal of 2023. It is discipline. It is to stay on the trail. I know we always start off strong in January. Like everyone's like, resolutions. I'm not doing resolutions. No. I'm doing discipline. Period.
I didn't start strong this month because last month I was sick with COVID. And then
that'll slow you down.
That will slow you down. And then it started the new year. It was my birthday. Then I moved. And so now I'm feeling like things are giving me some ample time. So I feel like if you look at your life and you feel like you don't have time to invest, okay, give yourself some time. Be kind to yourself. But really think about it. Like, what is bogging me down that I can't do these things? And so you can figure it out. But, like, don't be beating yourself up. Like, oh, I didn't go to the gym. Well, you didn't go to the gym. Why? Was it because you didn't go to the gym because you went home and you took a nap? Or was it because you have a lot of stuff to do and you got to figure out what you need to cut out, who you need to cut out to get to these things?
Yeah, girl, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the only way to do it. Like, I think that giving grace is going to be a huge one this year. I think this year is going to look like no other year that we've ever done before. I really genuinely feel that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so give yourself grace because it's going to be a year with a big ass learning curve. Yeah. I just feel it. And if you're just on the, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, it's not gonna be a good one for you. It's not gonna be a good one.
Also learn, it's never over till it's over. So do not go, oh, I didn't get X done, so I might as well not even try anymore. It's not over. There's 10 seconds on the buzzer. Don't do that to yourself. You can turn it around cheap.
Come on now. Come on. Lola's giving y'all the jewels and the gems today, y'all. No, but seriously, I'm like, it's turnaround season. It's comeback season. I'm like, it's your season. It's your season.
You gotta be the GOAT. You got this.
You are the GOAT.
Look in the mirror.
No one is doing your life better than you right now.
Nope.
And no one can do it better than you. Come on now.
They can try, they can attempt, but they'll fail. Because guess what? You got this, man.
Come on, bro.
You got this.
You got it, bro. We got it.
We gonna do this.
I'm like, and that also brings us to, there are going to be changes in the podcast, y'all. Like right now we're at my place. Next week we might be at Lola's. We're going to keep trying to figure this thing out. But the goal this year for this podcast
is to be consistent.
Is to be consistent. Not only with this podcast, but with our own individual channels. If you're not already following Paola Fernanda on YouTube, on Instagram, you really, really should.
You should be ashamed if you're not.
Listen, come on now. I'm also rebranding my own personal podcast. Name is still in the works. But y'all, I want y'all to follow me on this journey of unemployment. No, scratch that, self-employment, okay? Entrepreneurship. I'm leaving my job. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be podcasting.
To the world.
I'm going to be seeing Connecticut.
Can y'all tell her?
I'm going to be seeing the USA.
Y'all need to tell her I want to see travel vlogs.
Yeah, where do y'all want to see me? Let me know. I'm gonna be in the US. Like, let's not get disrespectful. I just told y'all I just quit my job. Let's think within the budget.
I want to go to the Grand Canyon, but you already saw the Grand Canyon.
It ain't that grand.
Why would you hurt me?
You know what the grand part of Grand Canyon is? It's by Las Vegas. Hit the grands there. Make your grands there. Take it from me.
All right. Well, I want to see some red rocks.
I'll get you a red rock. You'll be just fine. But seriously, guys, this is really going to be a year of investment. We're hoping that you invest in yourselves. We're hoping that you still choose to invest with us here at the Girl Sis Man podcast. And let us know what more you want to see. Like, we want to engage with you guys. And we're hoping that you guys do that with us this year as well. Is there anything else?
No. We're just excited to be back.
So, y'all, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, y'all really are quiet.
Y'all are real quiet.
Don't be watching my and not say nothing.
You know, it's really crazy because I be walking around and people be like, I love that podcast episode.
So why don't you say that?
Say it.
Throw some
with
fire
your
emojis.
chest.
Put some fire emojis. Thumbs up.
Anything.
Share it. Send it to your mom. Send it to your dad. I don't know if they want to, but like send it to somebody who you really think would enjoy this.
But tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, we're gonna get on it, guys. I know you're probably like, girl, we don't tell them about you because y'all be so inconsistent.
But
like,
we're gonna do better.
It's like that man that pops up in and out of your life. You don't tell your friend about him because you're kind of embarrassed and you're still with him because you know he's gonna leave in a week or two. But we're gonna be doing better. This time we're committing to you, baby.
It's also like that C. Wilco clip where he's like, "Is that your man?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm stick by. Stick by us. What's up?
Stick beside us.
You're having a great time. So
come on.
you're having a great old time.
Come on. But anywho,
we
y'all.
go together real bad. Just by the way, real bad.
Like peanut butter and jelly. Like peanut butter and fluff. Like peanut butter and nut. Come on.
Hey.
No, but guys, please let us know what more you want to see from us. We're so excited to be back and doing better every season. So let us know what has been rocking your boat lately. Has it been the economy? Has it been the price of eggs? Has it been the price of rent? Can we? Y'all!
Don't talk about that. That hurts me.
So let us know what is grinding your gear, what is ruffling your feathers, what is holding y'all back, and we finna talk about it. We finna talk about it, we finna investigate, and we're gonna see how we can help.
Yes, we will.
It might just be through prayer because we are broke. You heard us the first.
I can't send you my cash app. Like I can send you spiritual.
I need y'all
spiritual Bitcoin is what you gonna get.
Come on now. Cash them up in the kingdom. They're gonna come down. You can. You're gonna love them things. You're gonna love them. Come on, somebody. But yeah, y'all, let us know what more you want to talk about this season, hear from this season, and we will be here to make all your dreams come true.
Yes, we will. And these are the girls, the sisters and the man saying good day, good evening, good night, until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.